G'day and welcome to Cool Cars and welcome back NZ. Yes, we are celebrating the move to Level 1 by giving away 10 trips for 4 to Queenstown. More on that in a moment. Also today on Cool Cars, the incredible Porsche Taycan is officially here. We take a closer look and let you know how you can too. We also have a Cool Cars exclusive as we take a walk around the McLaren Senna LM. We have details on the public launch coming up in Auckland. And we chat to Scott Dixon following his season-opening IndyCar win. And as always, a stack of cool cars and great deals. But like New Zealand, the Giltrap Group is open. Service centres, dealerships right across Auckland. Now, the Giltrap Group are New Zealand owned and very, very proud of that fact. And that's why we've got together with the Reese Hotel in Queenstown, Aerodrive Car Rental and the helicopter line to give away 10 trips for 4 to Queenstown. Return flights from Auckland, 2 nights at the Reese, a luxury SUV to get around in and a helicopter flight to the Ledge for all 4 people. There is also $1,000 for you to spend. Just spend anything at a Giltrap Group dealership in the month of June and you are eligible to win. That also includes Lexus of Auckland City, Schofield Holden and Archibald and Shorter. Good luck. Head to giltrap.com for all the details on that. On to some car news now, and a huge week this week with the Taycan finally arriving at Giltrap Porsche. Now, we've been teased with the pre-production car display at Leadfoot, seeing plenty of awesome video clips, including the Battle of the Titans when the Turbo S claimed the EV Speed Crown.
That's a huge upset! The Porsche's won it! That is incredible.
But to properly take it in and spend some quality time with the Taycan built for New Zealand, well, it was brilliant. 500 kilowatts generated. I can't actually lift the bonnet or the engine cover to show you because, well, there's no engine, there's motors, but they're there. That's 680 horsepower it can generate in overboost. And when you do that, it'll go from 0 to 100 at 3.2 seconds. And because of the 800-volt system, it will do it over and over and over again. And you can see the full walk around and a bunch of other great Taycan clips on GiltrapTV. Just check out the links on this week's Cool Cars. Speaking of cool cars, we have a whole heap on this week's list. Here are some of the standouts. A 2019 twin-turbo Lexus LS 500. There's a Bentley Continental GT and a Holden SSV Redline. And brand spanking new, the Audi RS Q3 has arrived at Giltrap Audi. There is also an X-Demo VW Touareg. Now, I've spent the last 6 months driving one of these cars. They are seriously impressive. And for some cool, Aston Martin Auckland are featuring the new DB11. And there's heaps more all in this edition of Cool Cars. But now to a car that's not in any showroom, at least not yet. Yes, we got a sneak peek to beat them all. Just look at this car. See, I'm a sucker for the retro stuff, Luke. These wheels, because they're just like we had on the F1, on that car that won Le Mans.
It's a homage to the F1 GTR, and I think isn't that what makes this car so cool? It's that retro aspect.
I'm glad you uncovered it for us, but I'm wondering, could you please start it for us? Can you jump in? Can you make that beautiful noise, please? Wait for it. Oh! Wow, what a car. Thank you very much, Luke from McLaren Auckland, for sharing that with us and spending that time. What a special moment. And there is some news for you because there is a public open day at McLaren Auckland next Saturday, June 20. You're invited to come and see the Senna LM unveiled for the first time in New Zealand. Check out our websites for details. This car really is magnificent. Actually, speaking of magnificent too, Scott Dixon earlier this week in Texas, incredible stuff to win the season opener. Yes, a trademark masterclass leading for 157 of the 200 laps at Texas to claim his 47th IndyCar win, his 48th US Championship win overall. He's now just 4 short of Mario Andretti's all-time record.
Scott Dixon, as he comes to the checkered flag, wins in Texas to kick the season off.
More importantly, this was the first race with the new aero screens, and due to the COVID-19 delays, it was actually the first IndyCar race since last September. Well, Scott joins us now. Scott, what was the whole racing and winning experience like post-COVID-19?
So there's no doubt that it's definitely crazy times, and I think for us the hardest part was, getting prepped long off season, getting to St. Pete, did a go-kart charity race with the mayor of St. Pete, on the Wednesday night, and then literally a day later we're, getting on a plane and heading back home. So I think, the transition of that kind of getting to its peak, and then, the biggest problem for all of us has just been the unknown. So honestly, it was huge to get back on track. It was a lot of fun. I didn't realize how much I actually missed it. It definitely helps when you've got a great car and one that you can go on to later celebrate in victory lane. But yeah, I think it was big. It was big for our partners. It was big for our sponsors. It was huge for our team. I think with that downtime and with an off season where we had a lot of changes, it was actually really good to see the effort that we'd put in, and man, did it really pay off. We were dominating the race. So it was a huge weekend. The only downside now is that we've got another 4-week break before we get to Indianapolis Road Course. But once we get to that, the season kicks off pretty quickly.
The main thing is that you were back in real cars on real tracks. What does it mean to have, I guess, some sense of normality back?
It's so good to be back racing in the real world. I think all of us, some people I think that had, maybe done more of the iRacing, enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed the process. It was quite fun. It was just extreme competitive. I think as anything's going to get, especially when you're in the sport and you're going to keep looking for these, little pieces to go quicker and faster. And, I came in, I think I missed the first race, and then quickly realized that, there were engineers working with the drivers, there was strategists, and all that kind of stuff. So it's, for me, it was definitely a big learning curve, I think, the iRacing situation and the virtual world. We utilize, HPD has a big simulator program, as do the other manufacturers, but, these are multi-million dollar, situations where you have, maybe a group of 20 or 25 people working on, which make them quite accurate. And even those, we can miss it by quite a lot. So it's a steep learning curve, had a lot of fun, had some okay results, struggled in some other places. But it just put a big emphasis on, I think for all of us, how much we missed, the real racetrack and getting back to, the real racing world, which some series haven't had the chance yet. So I know they'll all be looking forward to it very much, and it's definitely a sweet surprise. So hopefully that happens for everybody else.
Well, thanks, Scott, and good luck for the rest of the season. And that's it for this edition of Cool Cars. Do check out the great cars on Cool Cars this week, and of course all the awesome clips. Don't forget, every purchase across any dealership, service, car part, whatever you like, is in the draw to win one of 10 trips for 4 to Queenstown. Check out the Taycan at Giltrap Porsche. It's magnificent. I've said that already. Speaking of magnificent, so is the Senna LM next Saturday, unveiled in New Zealand at McLaren Auckland. We'll see you there.